really evenly matched, and they've got like a great,
basically a 2-minute third hatchery getting dropped down there. So once those pop and they kick into gear, he's going to be feeling pretty good production and income-wise. With Byun just sending the single Reaper here, then getting the reactor on the barracks, so he's transitioning into bio. Number up to 14 now as the rest of the lava gets used. Those 2 medevacs loading up, not quite full, but just a couple Marines being left behind.
Let's see how he handles it. Is he gonna go like super far and try to get some Queen kills, or just, you know, removing some creep and actually just, you know, just forcing Dark to build a little bit of units? He already done it, actually. Oh, those Zerglings. It's exactly how he handled the same drop coming from Gyeonggi yesterday. The Zerglings coming for the wraparound in the back and the Queens to defend in the front.
I mean, Dark just read Byun like a book there, and it's like Cat in the Hat style book with 3 words per page. It was a very easy read there for Dark, and he knew exactly what he was up against.
So he's going to be able to replenish this creep like super fast. So right now, not that many damage, but that third medevac is actually coming into play, and he's going to try to target down 1 Queen, and now he's going to try to destroy a lot of Zerglings. Nice micro on the medevac. He's going to lose it anyways, but this is a super trade for Byun.
Yeah, very nice trade against these Zerglings. Also considering that they have +1 Carapace, he got to shred through a lot of those units there without the upgrades of his own. He's completely upgraded an area, I guess, to rally to be able to defend that third. And look at the creep spread from Dark. It already looks so good. Hold that thought. We got a bit of an engagement here. The Lings and the Banelings rolling in. The Mine's not really helping out much at all. Byun has to pull back here.
Yeah, and those are going to be Mutalisk as you anticipated. So good going on this one. 8 Mutalisk are going to come out in just a few moments. That Liberator is not going to get anything done. That's why that third base, you know, that forward third base actually makes a lot of sense, because you want to rally point all your units towards the map. So by doing that,
back in fashion, baby. It's all about having turrets, which just finish in time here in the main for these Mutalisks. But that is still a cluster of mutas here. His production could lose an add-on on 2 here if the Marines don't come back.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the reactor, but nice reaction time from
that
Byun.
Mine got a few kills. 8 kills there, so 6 kills.
6 kills on Mine. This one is gonna not gonna get taken down, but obviously Dark just sends 1 Zerglings. He's trying to be as effective as possible, and the creep spread, as our observer is showing us right now. What Dark is showing in this matchup is just, you know, mind-blowing.
Yeah, this is the creme de la creme, folks. Doesn't get better than this for StarCraft 2. We've got the big cluster of mutas now. They're getting up there in count. 14 now, with a couple more on the way. And this is the guy, the run by King. Here come the Banelings here from Dark. Looks like he wants to go for the mineral line at that third. Byun making a nice little supply depot wall to SimCity it in. Plenty of Marines to deflect these mutas.
All right, there's
that one Widowmine's gone off the charge. This Widowmine killing 4 Banelings there, but there's still 4 left. The Marines need to kill them. Move the SCVs. Oh! Byun losing 10 SCVs there to the run by of Dark. Looks like the mutas took heavy damage, but if a muta takes damage and it's not dead, you haven't done damage, man. Those things just regenerate so quickly.
Exactly. He's gonna still have that huge clump of Mutalisk, and they'll be able to harass once again in the main. He has to remain a lot of units in his main to defend those Mutalisk harassments. Right now, the creep is pushing from every single direction.
On the field right now, he's getting concussive shell as well. Just because, why not? Got to get those Marauders out to deal with the fact that Dark has so much creep spread and so many Banelings here. And yes, Byun is incredible at splitting his Marines against splash damage, but this much creep and that many Banelings with 23 more on the way, he really needs the help of those Marauders there to tank those shots to take that front line.
Look at that amount of Banelings, man!
Oh, rolling through! Byun splits look pretty good for the most part, taking a bit of damage at the front of that clump there.
Okay,
so many left.
He did great on this fight, considering how many Banelings there were, but there's the second wave of Banelings,
and
he can't really split!
Oh, Byun's taking so many Marine damage there. He doesn't have that many left on the field. His army supply is plummeting. He's got 58 versus the 91 army supply of Dark. It's actually almost 100 army supply.
And he's only have two medivacs on the field, which means those Marines can't get really healed. And he loses those 2 medivacs. Right now, he's got a GG out. Dark gets game 1. Marauders. You mentioned that he was sprinkling in a little bit of Marauders, but it's so important in the matchup. And obviously, when you're gonna be harassed by Hellions, that's even more important. Even Scout, like, he doesn't have every single overall. He's gonna go for Hellbats.
Oh, saucy Byun here, going for something a little bit aggressive and different.
I don't even know how he knows Dark that is, because that's an unusual play, as I mentioned, and we were talking about the Hellbat play, but he's gonna start with the Hellion drop.
Oh, if he unloads them and he can morph, he can absolutely engage these Lings. The medevac can heal the Hellbat as well, guys. So this is actually takes that bio flag. The medevac getting shooed away by the Queen very, very well. Here it comes. It's going to go down to the Queen by the looks of it, but the Hellbats are doing damage. The Ling army is gone.
Yeah.
If they get the Queen as well, they can get into this drone line and start taking out drones. Dark starting to split the drones away. The Queen slowly but surely getting into the back pocket. Natural deal with the Hellbats.
Yeah, interestingly enough, this is already a really good trade for Byun. He traded like only one medevac and Hellbat for a lot of Zerglings, and right now the entire army, the entire defense of Dark is just out of position to defend that third base. The economy is left untouched. He just had to move the drone away, which is like some damage to the economy, but the drones in themselves, they didn't get hit at all.
So Byun getting a supply block there, but unfortunately his attack looks like it's been completely deflected, so he can't really capitalize on that supply block. Already so good. Look at how many tumors he has working on this map. 4 Hellions getting dropped here. Gonna morph into Hellbat shortly, or just gonna go straight vintage vanilla Hellion here. No, there we go. Hellbat on the way. He does get 4 drones for his trouble. Can trade very, very well against these Lings. 2 Hellbats and about 6 Marines with Stim hitting the Queens at the front here. They tap a couple more transfuses on them to be able to heal up, but he's holding for the drone line now. 6 drones going down in total. The 1 Hellbat in the back line here is still alive. In fact, maybe setting the drones back a little bit prematurely here. No, he does actually keep those drones alive.
I don't know about that that last sequence. Getting 6 drones, okay, Hellbats are not the greatest units in the game to take care of Queens and Crypt Tumors. So he's gonna go right now 2 Medivacs, a couple of Marines, and 4 Hellbats to tank in the front, and that 4th base is under attack.
It is under attack. These Banelings don't actually have speed yet, and we brought it up in game number 1. If you don't have Banelings with speed, you can't really use them against Byun. He's a little bit too good at control, but the Dark is starting to muscle back. Just too many Queens, too many numbers here from the Zerg, and he does deflect Byun completely. The only thing he lost was some Banelings, some Zerglings, and a couple Creep Tumors.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing about on splitting Marines. Like he's shown it in game 1, but it wasn't enough because he needs something to tank in the front, and he's relying only on Widowmine to do the job. But we've seen the splits, and once again he gets the wraparound, and that's terrible for Byun because he doesn't have any units on the map. He lost full map control, and look at it. He wins a fight. 4 Quinks come in. 4 more Crypt Tumors.
Well, that trade actually went not too bad for Byun because the Widowmine's actually connected with a lot of the Lings there, and the resources lost has tipped into Byun's favor. Dark losing a little bit more of his army felt at that point of the game when he was getting crushed by the Banelings and the Lynx surrounds as well. And Dark's going for Corruptors this game instead of Mutas.
Yeah, he needs more Bailing though because Byun is on the doorstep of the 4th base, and that was an amazing trade for Byun. Counterattack from Dark, getting all those Marines, and the mines are not burrowing, but that 4th base is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Dark may actually lose this base here, and it does go down. Dark clearing up a lot of the SCV lines, though. Nearly 20 SCVs going down from this run by from Dark into the natural at Byun. He's just using whatever comes out of these production structures to clean it up, but he's just taken huge economic damage there. It's 70 drones versus 46 SCVs, but that said, though, Dark still may die because Byun is up 50 army supply and with better upgrades too.
Oh, look at that spree spread. All those Banelings connecting with the Soul Viking on the ground. Byun trying to split as much as he can. There's no Baneling left on the field, and more units traveling across the map, and Byun is not stopping right now. Production tab. He needs more Banelings though. Only 11 on the field, which is not enough considering how many units are traveling the map right now.
And the Marauder count here in this army is substantial as well for that little Banelings. 5 more being made here by Dark. Looks like he wants to go towards the gold hatchery here.
Yeah, I like that double expanding by Dark. He's gonna go for it. That expansion on the gold, it's gonna get taken out, but at the same time, on the left side, getting a 4th base again, and he needs that because he needs more gas. He has 1,000 in the bank actually, and he needs to spend that at some point. A lot of Banelings probably to just wipe out that entire army and get some more room to breathe, because right now he's getting pressured by Byun's army movement.
And Byun's starting to pull ahead in upgrades as well. 3-3 on the way for his units. +3 attack already done. Here comes the Lings of Dark, and Byun just starting to split here. It does take some heavy losses on the right, but plenty of Marines and mines left, and a huge reinforcement actually from Byun from the north. And Dark still has plenty of Banelings. Byun moving a little bit too far forward here. The mines not connecting the Banelings, taking a big loss of bio on the left. Byun not quite with enough to be able to finish this game, but still with plenty to be able to keep pressuring Dark on the edge of this creep.
Yeah, 70 army supply against 40, and there's nothing in the ground. Corruptors! GG!
GG!
Overgrowth will be game 3, map 3 of that best of 5 series. We go into the game right now.
Overgrowth, in my opinion. Let's see what Dark's going for here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ravager bust. There you go. That's all he's
Yeah.
going to have, guys. And he's trying to power for the next stage of his plan. There's Ravager number 1. Byun's heart is going to be in his socks right now.
Oh man, it's happening, and it's happening super fast. How should I defend that? He's gonna pull out all those SCVs from the second base, actually cancel the reactor that was building on the factory to get a tech lab and get a tank out. But it's gonna be so hard to defend, and at least those depots and reactor are in a lot of trouble.
He could go for a Banshee as well, but no, he's actually going to go for a tank straight off the bat. Stim, not even halfway done yet. It is on the way, though, for Byun. 9 Marines, 10 Marines and a Reaper is the army of Byun, but the reactor is down, halving the Marine production from that one barracks, and the supply depot's down as well. He's completely supply blocked. No more supply depots on the way, just one being dropped now for Byun, which means knock. Dark is inside the base of Byun. Stim is in trouble as well.
Yeah, let's see if he can pull off the miracle defense. Nice targeting on that Ravager, and he gets it, but he's still losing quite a lot. As you mentioned, supply block as we speak. The first tank is going to come out. And he's...
Might be all he needs.
Oh,
the Bile actually nearly connecting with the tank there. If he takes his position on the high ground, he's going to be in a lovely spot with a siege to be able to hold the next stage of this attack. But it doesn't look like there is one beyond... looks like Dark's actually going for a really quick lair. And the third hatchery going down as well.
A lot of SCVs and trying to get a surround or something. But it's like, okay, I'm just gonna, ignore the fact that you're destroying everything in my wall and just,
you can get that third hatchery kill. And Byun is definitely getting those crosshairs on that third hatchery. So be very careful with these Biles and the Ravagers because the tanks cannot be microed anymore. One goes down, but the Marines are here to make things a little bit more awkward for Dark. The Ravagers really need to get in Bile range of that tank. Byun not letting it happen though.
Yeah, the third base is in a lot of trouble. He steams in and tries to get some Ravagers, some Roaches, and he's actually gonna get it. Nice defense and nice micro by Byun. By a Dark, sorry, he's gonna drop one Marine. You're dead, buddy. You're less valuable than a tank. I'm sorry.
Right.
Just get out. Just get out. And if you try to defend a little bit too much, maybe I can kill you.
Byun looks like he has enough, but it's not in the right spot just yet. He has to pull it back towards that third hatchery. I love these club group breaking off a small group of Marines with the medevac here, and Byun's just like, nah, lifting, getting out of here because there is just way too much Zerg on the ground here. SCV's repairing that CC, desperately trying to keep it alive. The Bile shot's going down. Byun microing back, but losing siege tanks. These siege tanks in range of the Roaches and the Ravagers. Corrosive Bile's connecting very well for Dark. The Marines... Oh, it's just too much here from Dark. He's completely crushing through his army of Byun. Byun's lost 20 SCVs as well. The corrosive Biles are taking out all of the siege tanks of Byun bar one, which is just coming out of the factory now. And these Marines did not get enough done. 5 drone kills on the other side of the map. Dark just seems to have way too much. Even if he loses his army, he is going to be in an incredible spot.
Yeah, incredible spot. He's not even mining for that third base Byun. But right now in a lot of trouble. Just 5 Roaches and Ravagers remaining under the attack. But as you mentioned, he had a lot of tanks. He had a lot of firepower to just, bring back that army from Dark. Forfeited that third base a little bit. Like, I mean, just lift it off and wait for more tanks. Maybe wait for a better position.
Because of Dark's econ advantage, he has still the bigger army, the more workers, the more mining, the more income.
In the counter-attack that we've seen with the tank drop and the Marines. And right now, just in a commanding lead. He's getting every single upgrade in the game. Like, he's getting... and what an amazing
Fungals
combo.
and bye-bye medevacs. Oh, actually nearly got away there, but... The Bile did connect in the end, and man, that is the power of the Bile and Infestor.
Towards like the real late game with the Hive Tech, with the Roach Burrow upgrade. Like he's got everything. Those Roaches probably will, will get demolished because that turret placement was amazing. But at least it used like a stim on every single Marines, and at the same time getting hits on the third base. 7 SCVs more go down right there. This is just a terrible game for Byun.
Yeah, Dark is just so good at this game, man. Byun up against the ropes. He's behind in every single way, literally every single way. Upgrades, army supply, econ, all down. Big Fungals from Dark connecting amazingly with the bio there.
They're in the walls. They're in the walls, Maynard. They eat from downstairs, man. No, I didn't get it. I couldn't get it. It's okay. That's okay. But that drop's actually dealing a little bit of damage, you know? Some drones, but they're going to get burrowed once again. Those Queens will probably defend that push easily. Roaches in the main, Roaches in the third. And even those Marines have a lot of trouble to just get them out.
These scans mean no mules, and he's already down 30-odd workers. Like, it's actually a terrible position econ-wise for Byun. Look at his minerals right now. He's on 75. Like, it's just... at Byun's natural here. In fact, it's already nearly at the gold.
Oh, I'm afraid, man. When I see those Infestors going for the flank, while being burrowed, able to throw that fungals away. He's got perfect vision thanks to the creep. Amazing fungal once again. The buy lands on the Marines, and it's just like, he's taking a beating, man.
He is absolutely taking a beating. Byun in so much trouble here. He has a lovely position to be able to cover the drone line of that hatchery, but there's drones to spare for Dark here. Even if he loses all of them, it's not a big deal. Vipers coming into play here. That extremely scary late game Zerg, pulling those tanks all the way into the range of the Roaches and the Infestors and the Hydras. Everything from the Zerg army. He's even killing supply depots in the main. GG! Dark with a ZVT masterclass.
But this game is underway.
Oh yeah, it's what we're all here to cover him, but this is a different map and a different story.
Yeah, I would like him to maybe switch it up after the original double medivac play. Maybe add in maybe Liberators or even like a Widowmine drop. That could be cool because that third medivac joining in with the earlier two and all those Marines didn't do that much in the two games that we've seen him play this kind of strategy.
On Daybreak, getting those fast upgrade for the armor of the Lings to make them trade better with the bio.
Marines just gathering up all those Marines at the same time, waiting for the stim pack to finish. 4 seconds in, 4 Queens right here. Nice kiting back, not losing a single unit and getting 2 Zerglings in the process.
Map. And Dark is certainly very, very good at that unit composition. We saw it happen in Game 1. And this looks a lot like Game 1. The stage has changed, but the builds and the timings all look very similar. As Reaper's still alive, though. The Queen's touching up, targeting that medevac on purpose to try and gimp the healing and micro ability of this army. And Dark just once again looks like he's going to absolutely deflect this army. Oh, hold that thought. He's losing a lot of his Lings. The medevacs are dying, though. And Byun's target fire of the Banelings is a little bit too good, but he does have to move back. There's a lot of Zerg here.
Yeah, he traded for all the Zerglings, but he lost 2 medivacs in the process, so losing a tiny bit of gas. Attack.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit odd. I was kind of questioning myself while I was saying that, but yeah, it turns out I was wrong there. I told you I'm wrong, man. It happens.
It happens. It happens, but it happens to the best of us. It's okay.
Ooh, that's actually very nice to get the cancel on that hatchery there.
Great
well
cancel.
done.
Great cancel on the 4th. He's going to have like a tiny bit of an advantage in terms of the +2 attack because Zerg is actually just finishing up +1. Centrifugal Oak is about to finish. So as you mentioned, +10 HP and that speed boost, which is going to make it so much harder for the Terran to target them down. But those mines, they actually dealt a lot of damage, so a lot of creep everywhere, but he needs to have like presence on the map to remove it a little bit.
That was actually a little bit late on the transfuse there for Dark, losing Queen probably didn't really need to there. That Liberator finding a nice sweet spot here to get some drone kills. Dark's going to have to react pretty soon. There he goes, losing 3 drones so far. That's already the most effective Liberator I've seen Byun make in this series.
Yeah,
they've been shut down so well by Dark in this game, so...
we can see the Spire is about to be finished in 3 more drones with a tiny relocate of the Liberator. So really a cute play from Byun on this one.
And the Mutas are as predicted, coming out now for Dark. Very, very useful unit.
Those Mutilates coming to the right side, and there is not a single turret on the 3rd base. This is gonna deal a tiny bit of damage, but moreover, it's gonna push Byun to actually bring back a little bit of his units back to defense against it. And there's a lot of mines. They all stack up. 4 Banelings for 4 mines. This is such a great trade for Dark.
Yeah, getting those mines before they burrowed was a great pick up there. Really, really hampers the splash damage potential of Byun. He's down to 1 mine by the looks of things. No, 2nd mine there under those medevacs.
And those Marauders that we mentioned are going to be in front to take up and soak up all the damage from the Banelings. And 67 Marines with a 2-2 upgrade.
It's a ton of Marines.
It's a ton of Marines.
Banelings coming in here. The Widow Mines are in position, though. Looks like they get taken out by Dark.
That was pretty great from Byun, not losing that many Marines on this one and still like producing some more Banelings because he needs them and he needs them fast because way more Marines are actually spreading through the map. All those Mules actually finding an opening to deal a little bit of damage to the natural of Byun.
In the meantime, Dark trying to control 2 armies in 2 places at the same time here, as great StarCraft players tend to do. Byun with the Marauders leading the charge here against the Banelings, the Marines at the back. The split's looking pretty good so far. It takes about 4 or 5 Marine damage there. The Lings coming forward. Plenty of Marines left for Byun here. And the split's pretty decent up until that point there from Dark connecting with the Banelings on the right side.
Okay, a lot more units are actually running through the map. I'm pretty sure he actually stimmed all those units. Yeah, those Marines are already in the yellow HP, which means he used the stim packs to actually get there a little bit faster. 3-3 is about to finish. Well, it's going to be finished in about 50 seconds, I would say. And this is going to be such a strong timing for Byun because he will have a strong upgrade advantage. But he needs to take care of that fourth base and eventually that fifth base that has been taken on the left side.
Big ball of Lings coming through here, but looks like Byun's going to be able to catch that with the reinforcements. Full medevac picked off for free there by those Mulis, and nice catch there by Dark. And Byun certainly has his sights on this fourth hatchery. Target fire on the Banelings was pretty incredible there. Transfusers going down the hatchery. Needs to keep that fourth hatchery alive. A fifth hatchery going down on the right, as on the left side as well. Oh my god, the medevacs! Really losing all these medevacs. These mutas is not very good at all for Byun.
Yeah, and even that eBay is actually in a lot of trouble. If he loses the +3, that would be so bad for the Terran player. Those mines actually did so much work on this one. He needs to target down those two Banelings, and he does it. But all those mulas is coming back and targeting every single medevac, and Byun has been pushed back.
He has been pushed back. He needs to reset this push. It's going to give Dark a bit of breathing space to get his armies in position and get that creep spread back up as well with the Queens dropping here. Dark still losing more than Byun, but still in a pretty decent spot economically. Byun's getting a fourth CC, and he also has a lot of workers and an army advantage as well. So he's not done and out yet.
And Dark smells it instantly, sends the Mutalisk and starts to kill a lot more SCVs, and even maybe getting that planetary fortress in the making. That would be terrible for Byun. He needs that boost of income, but at the same time, on the left side, 8 Marines with the 3-3 upgrades are going to take care of that hatchery super fast.
That's right, and it's actually with knocking down those rocks makes this a little bit awkward for Byun to defend. He's losing a lot of SCVs here, and he didn't get the hatchery either.
That's terrible. That's terrible for Byun. Those Marines are going to fend off those Mulas. And that fourth base right now is in a lot of trouble. He's going to click on it and just take it out. And that planetary fortress still alive. And a lot more income going the way of Byun. And no late game technology at all for Dark. I don't think I've seen a hive coming in.
Lingbane Muta is actually, you just sit on tier 2 for the whole game, because if you stop producing units, the Terran overwhelms you. It's all about making those Marines.
Zerglings, no 3-3 upgrades. And you can see that the composition of Dark is actually starting to be not enough to defend against all those Marines. He's going to go for the counter-attack and take care of the income on the fourth base. All those SCVs are going to die. No! The planetary fortress doesn't... Okay, he's going to get it in the end with the Mutalisk. It was really close.
But Byun does get a hatchery for his troubles here. That's actually a very nice Banelings connection on the front there for Dark, getting a lot of the Marines. The Mule is still alive, and they did get that planetary. And with Legacy, the Void losing a fourth base is pretty terrible at the 15-minute mark, because a lot of your bases are mined out. This third is just getting very broke here. More SCVs going down for Byun.
Yeah, the Mutal is really paying off in this game. He needs to save those medivac. Byun not microing on this one, just sending a little bit of Marines, but 5 Marines, even with 3-3 upgrades, are no match to that ball of Mutalisk.
He's pulling his whole army back here. Dark again getting breathing space to get his fourth hatchery back up. Still with 74 drones versus the 34 SCVs of Byun. What Byun has going for him here at this point of the game, like, he's not dead yet, but he has a bigger army, is the only advantage that Byun has.
Lifting his main CC to go get another base. He left a little bit of Marines, but they're out of position. So once again, the Muta Micro coming into play. But every single unit counts for Byun because he's broke. He's just totally broke.
Yeah, absolutely. Econ completely in shambles here. This push from Byun needs to do critical damage to Dark. Connections to the Banelings, not too bad. All those Marines there. Byun losing a lot of his army. The fourth base is being evacuated by Dark, though. And he's pulling some very hurt Marines. I think the Mutas could actually engage those Marines and win, by the way. Like, they've... Oh, no, the Mutas actually went down quite a lot of number.
Yeah, they actually fought a little bit earlier, and he lost a lot of them. So,
wow.
One of the Dark's options, which was to harass with those Mutalisk, actually is not in play right now because 8 Mutalisk are not dangerous at all. He used to have 22, I think, at the maximum at some point, and this was the moment that he could actually take fights against Marines. And right now, he doesn't have those numbers anymore, so it's going to be super tough. He needs to rely on lots of Banelings, lots of Zerglings, and that's what I wanted to say, burrow. That's how you get a game when you're not in a good position as a Mutaling Baneling player.
Yeah, this burrow is for Bane. Baneling Mines, and Baneling Mines are something that's caught a lot of not so great and amazing Terrans unawares together. Like it's just something that you will get caught by at one point in your career as a StarCraft player. Nice little moves here, using that small group of mutas with an Overseer to clear up some of the mines that Byun's dropped across the map. And Byun going for another attack here on the 5th base location of Dark.
Yeah, he's going to take it slow. Can he abuse? Yeah, he's going to abuse the fact that the Marines don't have vision right there, so getting a little bit of them, but he also lost the Overseer, which is kind of bad because he won't have the vision against those mines. No defense on that newly placed 4th base. He's actually going to stim a little bit of Marines to take care of those Zerglings. At the same time, is he going to win this fight? Yes, he will. And this turret is not over in the 3rd base. It's not done.
Looks like Byun's probably going to get this hatchery here. It's going in his favor. This scuffle is definitely working up for Byun so far. Yeah, that hatchery is absolutely going down. And both players are taking such heavy damage from each other. I feel like Byun, with the bigger army, though,
as you know, commonly known as the best units in the game.
That's right. They counter everything.
That's something that could change everything.
That is something.
Voice scans it instantly.
And now he knows that they're in play as well, so he'll be scanning as he moves out. Nice connection, though. The getting some free Mutalisk kills. And starting to move on this hatchery. The Baneling's leading a charge. There's not too many Marauders left at all, actually. I think he's just been producing Marines and mines here.
Yeah, nothing but Marines, like trying to get the...
They're a lot cheaper.
Okay, this could be the last fight. This could be the last fight. The spread is perfect from Byun, even though the last couple of Banelings actually got some amazing connection. But right now, the entire army of Dark is pulling back, trying to defend.
Dead.
He's gonna try to get it with those Marines and GG!
The prophecy is fulfilled. We're getting Game 5! Bottom right here, the best.
Actually going to produce those units. Probably a lot of Zerglings. That would make sense to me.
When he sees that low ground expand, I feel like we're going to see a fair few lings here come out of Dark with that lava getting up there. Yeah, here they come. It's just it's not a huge amount just yet. He's actually
Even though he had Marines in place. Well, Marines in the main, so just a little sloppy, I would say, because he could have hidden his strategy a little bit longer. And as I mentioned in Game 4, you know, straight up push with Marines and Helvets.
Looks like Ro8 Ravage still on the cards here for Dark.
It used to be with Ro8 and Banelings, like Roachling, Baneling, Corruptor was a build that he was using. So we'll see. The
Ravages and the Gleeler Reconstitution or the Roach Speed. And Byun's finding a lovely position here. He's going to probably get that Overlord. Oh no. Doesn't want to lose any units here. Rightfully so. And that's 2 full medevacs this time. Generally, he has the two Marines still at home waiting.
Okay. No, that Overlord's not going to go down.
Overlord, Byun.
Yeah,
I mean, Ravages
losing
couple
of Ravages, that's actually way better. And that's an amazing pickup for Byun. He could use a scan right there. He has like he had a pretty decent opportunity, but he's actually going to boost towards the main. That's something Jack G used against Dark, and he actually dealt a lot of damage with it, stimming the Marines as soon as they go out from the medivac, targeting 5 drones, 6 drones, and he's going to go back, probably not losing that medivac. That's going to be so
with
14 HP.
With the medevac surviving with 14
really
HP.
Based around upgrades. And speaking of upgrades,
more tanks. Yeah, 4 tanks, 44 Marines. With 1-1, they're going to be able to do a fair bit of damage if they find a nice position here.
I love that Dark didn't take the natural 4th base because that position is so huge with tanks. But those infestors,
if they get
can
the
he
tanks,
get them? Oh!
The infestor vials, the Ravager vials could actually end this army here for Byun. They only get 1 tank.
But as I mentioned, I love the fact that he didn't take the 4th base on the bottom
hatchery.
Side. Okay, will he react on time? The turret is going to give him a heads up. And yeah, those Marines are instantly stimmed in. Only 6 SCVs. I mean, that could have been less, but it's also like not that big of a deal, I guess.
They're very damaged SCVs, and there is a flood of links coming in here. Very, very easy to nibble those up.
Okay, he's going to actually evacuate that 3rd base, and those SCVs, maybe they can tank a little bit for those Marines in the back. That tank is going to go down, but at the same time trying to get that 4th base. Fungal plus Baneling plus Corrosive Bile. He really wanted those Marines to die.
Absolutely, and I think Dark's doing a pretty good job so far, but losing this hatchery would definitely suck for him. Another Fungal! Oh, that Fungal was brilliant there from Dark, and 2 medevacs are tanking, a bunch of Marines die.
Oh, can
Will
he
even get the hatchery?
Just right click on it! Oh my god, only 5 HP remaining on that 4th hatchery, which means that he still has that amazing income. Still 2 tanks, just, you know, shelling those Ravagers.
Dark is in such a brilliant position here, Funker. His army is impeccable.
Get it!
Get it! God. So get the hatchery!
Get the hatchery right now!
Producing Liberators, which is also another option to combat those Ultralisk. He's actually building a second starport, and I think he already has a reactor for it. But he's getting another run by of Zerglings. They were burrowed on the natural ramp. Really, really great move by Dark, just getting a little bit more damage, burrowing some Zerglings in the natural.
Wearing like a Kangoi hat with like a big $ wrapper necklace. We got I don't know what it's called, man. We got a lot of damage going down there with the Banelings, but the real story is I think that this drop is actually going to do a lot to Byun here.
The slowest drop of all time, who's actually probably going to deal some damage, because we're talking about soon to be 3 attack Zerglings, and I think he has the attack upgrades for them, the speed attack for them too. 4 Ghosts in the production time. I mentioned it could be that late game situation. It's actually looking like it right now.
Yeah.
Double Spire! Double Spire by Dark. He knows. He knows that game is gonna go long. Whatever. I'm gonna have every single tech lab will have to be remade, and he also needs to get a 5th base like as soon as possible for Dark. I guess another run by right here by Dark, super crisp in the run by departments ever since the beginning of the best of 5.
I would hate to be an SCV if Dark was my opponent.
I would hate to be Byun actually, just playing well. I would love to be Byun because I would kind of army, especially when you're attacking. Like when the Terran player actually goes inside the creep, he's gonna go for it. But those Ultralisks are taking a beating from the Liberators and the few from the Ghosts. Those two Ultralisks are so low on HP. It's gonna lose one, but the second one is gonna chomp away that Marine Marauder composition once again. Zergling run by, it's never gonna stop.
Yeah, the king of run by himself will just never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. The Dark train has no brakes. He's actually identified the weakness in his army is that his corrupt account, his anti-air is not that great, and he needs to get it up there to deal with the Liberators and the medevacs of the bio as well. This army's actually catching Byun a little bit out of position here.
Yeah, not gonna bother defending another base from by Dark. Just gonna go for the counter-attack, but the interception with the Fungals and the Banelings coming from the right. What? That was so sick. That army was so expensive by Byun, and such an amazing clutch play by Dark, just getting the best out of that engagement. That was just stellar by Dark.
I think he's finally done it, Bunker. His 60 army supply up. The Baileys are coming in. That's it. Dark wins. GG. 3-2. He's going to be your semi-finalist, and he's going to face Innovation.
Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next videos.